Hey everyone, I want to talk about what I think is the number one myth in OCD and anxiety recovery. This is actually bigger than what I used to think was the number one myth, which is about rumination, and that rumination is something that you can control. The amount of people, I was one of them, I work with well-intentioned individuals, big names in the community, just don't ruminate. And I would think, it's not that simple. Like I know that it's not that simple. I'm not a dumb person. Like, this is a symptom of something much deeper than just don't ruminate. But there's actually a bigger myth. And this myth causes chaos in the minds of the doubting disorder. And it's unfortunate because on face value, it seems correct, except it's everything but correct. And that is that rational thinking and REBT exercises are engaging with your OCD. The biggest myth ever created. Not true whatsoever, with thousands, tens of thousands of people who have reached long-term progress by breaking down their beliefs. Before I go any further, please subscribe, hit that like button down below. Let me know what you think about this. This is such an important topic. If you're working with an individual who is telling you to just use thoughts or thoughts, to leave it there. If it's not working, if they're telling you ERP is the gold standard, which it certainly is not. It's very important, but gold standard is a wishy-washy term anyway that people use to kind of one-up one other people. This is a gold standard. Yeah, it doesn't really work like that. It's about breaking down your beliefs with unconditional self-life, other acceptance, understanding that OCD takes orders from beliefs, not thoughts, and we could teach you the in-depth working mechanisms of those principles from the Ellis works, from Stoicism, etc., because that's where a lot of that comes from. A lot of unconditional self-life, other acceptance was glued together from pieces of different Greco-Roman philosophies throughout the years, dating all the way back to Aristotle, to different aspects of Stoicism. Because remember, a lot of the philosophy came 600 to 700 years before Marcus Aurelius with Aristotle and Plato, etc., etc. So, and then Phil at OCDrecovery.com. Okay. So OCD is a belief disorder. It could be called obsessive belief disorder or obsessive certainty disorder. Just a semantics, theoretical, how I would call it if it was up to me. Not that it matters. So OCD takes orders from beliefs. I'll give you an example. If I am fat, it is the worst thing on earth. Automatic rumination. You're fat. You look like shit. Look at your love handles. Oh my God, look in the mirror. What's this? Oh my God, this, that. You got in public. Rejection fears over and over. Yes, leaving that there is key, but that's not enough. You're still afraid of being fat. Let me use another one. If I lose control and do something I regret, I am a horrible, evil person. Don't touch that knife. You're around your kids. Don't do that. Did you look at that person? Are they a minor? What age are they? Oh my God, did you see the picture of that kid with their shirt off in the movie? Oh my God, real event, false memory. If I did that in the past and I cannot get clarity and or certainty on that, I'm a worthless piece of shit and my life is over. Shame and guilt sensations, perpetuating automatic rumination. You're going to have to go to those worst case scenarios. Remember, acceptance doesn't mean agreement, but this idea that breaking down your belief systems with REBT principles and Stoicism is engaging with your OCD is nothing short of lunacy. And the reason why it's lunacy is because it's keeping many people from getting the actual help that they need, which is everyone at OCD Recovery has been where you are. We've actually had OCD in the chronic format. Mental hospital, police at my house, gaining a bunch of weight, drinking, smoking all day, 2 packages of vape a day, playing video games, not working, bottom of the barrel of life. They're coming out to where I am today. And I did that by slowly changing my belief systems. Now there's a piece of this where the individuals that say using rational principles is engaging with your OCD. They are correct on a part of that, but it's a very small piece. You will, more than likely, automatically engage compulsively with disputing your beliefs in your head. It's part of the thing, but then you learn to balance that. You're going to have the automatic disputing. I just got off a call. I feel like I'm reading the books on the reading list, I'm doing the homework, but I'm disputing in my head all day, every day. Yep, that's an automatic thing. You have to leave that there and you can distance yourself with that in time. But you got to remember, the things that are straying you leading you in the wrong direction or stringing you in the wrong direction or the focus and emphasis on thoughts. OCD is not a thought disorder. Rumination is not the entire piece of the puzzle. It's a belief, a core belief disorder. Think about fear of fear. How are you going to expose yourself? How are you going to ERP your way out of this belief? If I am stuck with OCD forever, my life is ruined. How are you going to do it? There is no exposures for that except for living your life day in, day out, decreasing rituals, other compulsive behaviors, and accepting deep down you have a very serious disorder, living in a great time where you can break that down and hopefully bring your symptoms down as a secondary byproduct as you're changing of your beliefs. If you're approaching OCD recovery, which many people do, from the perspective of you're going to do these exposures, you're going to do this, and then your OCD is going to go away, that's another certainty thing. We all make that mistake. I did that for fucking years. I was like, okay, why is it not going? I'm changing my beliefs because I was looking out. I had like a sonar thing, like a, it's like, oh, there it is. There's a belief. My OCD symptoms will go away. Grab it. No, that's not going to do it for us because it's much deeper than that. The belief system that you're looking for takes time, patience, and persistence. So yes, if you're engaging with REBT, rational principles, stoicism principles, critical thinking principles, exposure-based principles day in, day out, in order to combat your OCD, that's of course going to be a problem, but that's a misconception of individuals that don't practice unconditional self-life, other acceptance themselves. So remember, as a society, we're super, super focused on academia in all fields, not just mental health. And we're focused on talking the talk. I talked the talk my whole life. I was a bullshitter. I lied a lot. I lied about everything from accolades, the amount of women I slept with, how smart I was. I wanted people to like me. I wanted people to accept me. I really wanted that. And now it's not that, well, I don't care what anyone thinks about me because that's not real. You're going to care by default because you're a human being, right? So when you hear Gary Vee scream from the stage, I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Gary Vee cares more than what anyone thinks about him, right? And he has a lot of great qualities, but that's one thing he's missing. More than likely because he doesn't understand the principles of unconditional acceptance, right? Because we don't teach this. So you got to be careful about the information that you're taking in. There's a lot of bad information out there, and this triggers people to a whole new level, right? And you're going to have to deal with that. The world is all about hearing conflicting beliefs, right? People try to isolate themselves in an echo chamber. I can hear anything about any religion, any politics, any money belief, any OCD thing. That doesn't mean they don't frustrate me, but it doesn't mean I avoid them. So we can't avoid other people when they say things that are not correct when it comes to breaking down your beliefs. So yes, if you're using rational principles to kick the can down the road and kick away your OCD, that's not going to work. But just to say that breaking down your beliefs is engaging with your OCD is nothing short of just the most incorrect information I've ever heard when it comes to OCD recovery, because OCD people are driven through strict, rigid belief systems that have to be broken down as automatic. Thought, sensation, urges, and images are being left there to play out in any fashion, aka OCD doing its worst, aka wearing anxiety and other symptoms like an uncomfortable coat, as you change your compulsions, as you change your avoidance, as you get comfortable with feeling confused, and vice versa. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. This is the #1 largest myth in OCD, the #1 thing that holds people back the most. It held me back a lot. It's easy to do, but there's a better option. We teach people the correct way, lean into confusion, not look for so much clarity, breaking it down with unconditional self-life, other acceptance. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to hear from you soon. Hope to see you on the one-to-one soon. Phil@OCDrecovery.com. And yes, I am going to wear my new Ultra wristband for a year while this one heals from taking my skin off. So I've got to have fun. Remember, guys, one of the biggest and the most important principle in my life, to end it with, a little bit off topic, is don't take life so seriously. Even when you're suffering so badly, you don't have to take it so seriously. Thank you again, as always. Hope to hear from you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll go from there. Have a good one, everyone.